disclaimer, a little forewarning. I'm grumpy. All right, I'm not in a great mood. I try and keep positive with West Ham. I really do, but I've got the ump. There's been a series of 4 stories that have basically hit me like 4 punches in the face. And I've got the ump, so I'm smiling. I won't be in a minute once I start my rant. I can assure you of that. So I'm just forewarning you. If you're not in a mood for a grumpy rant, switch off now. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a grumpy rant. Then I'm going to try and sell you some Manscaped stuff. Then I'm going to rant some more. That's so you know what's coming here. Right, look, I try and be upbeat. I really do. For the sake of argument, for the sake of just to start this video, I think we'll probably have a good season next season. I really do. David Moyes seems to want to shore up the defence. I think if we can score as many goals as we did last season and concede 10 less, I think we're in for a really good season. Right? I really do. And I try and be upbeat. However, sometimes, honestly, it just gets you down. Now, because actually some of these stories, I believe. I understand they might not all be true, but we've spoken already in the last week about the benefit of having some good news stories around the club. Because that, good news, a good vibe around the club entices players to join. Right, let me start with the first one. So the first one is about Nayef Aguerd, central defender, Moyes' #1 target. You know, if you watch every day, I've not had a problem with this signing at all. Bring him on. You know, absolutely. If this is who David Moyes wants, let's bring the lad in. But not for the life of me did I ever think this would be our marquee signing. I really didn't. Look, I mean, he's okay. He might be decent. He's one of the... Look, he's probably there, Stade Rennais' best defender. He's in the top 7 or 8 defenders in France. He's okay, but not our marquee signing. We've surely got more important positions. Now, the story came out that this was David Moyes' marquee signing. That this is the guy that David Moyes really wants. This is marquee signing. And it went on to say that the 35 million euros, or whatever it might be, 30 million euros, 35 million euros, that's going to be the most he will spend on one player. Well, what? What? Sorry, let's just backtrack a minute here. Because whilst I'm really happy for him to bring in another additional defender, that was the marquee signing last time, was a central defender, right? That's fine, but the striker, surely the striker is the marquee signing, right? We've discussed it. The left back, we need the left back, right? Souček goes to central midfielder. We still need a central midfielder anyway. Mark Noble's retired. Kral's gone. Whatever. I know he was never really here in that sense anyway. The left winger. I'm happy to bring in. I really am. I'm happy to bring in a left-sided centre-back. But we do have loads of centre-backs. Ogbonna just got a new contract. You don't need to tell you we've got. You know we've got. We've got loads of them, right? Why would we... So it almost gave the impression this was the bulk of our budget, or the most we would spend on one player. Are you telling me that none of those other positions are going to have any more than that spent on them? Well, I'm sorry, I looked at it, I thought that's just not acceptable. That's not a marquee signing. As I say, if Moyes wants him, brilliant, bring him in. But not as our main signing. Bring him in. As far as I look at him, okay, he may or may not start ahead of Ogbonna. I don't know. We need another left-sided centre-back. I'm not arguing with bringing him in, but what? That's it. That should be buy. Okay. Now, the thing is, the other thing that sorry, excuse me, I keep having a problem with this camera, right? So if you're wondering what I was doing, I did it yesterday's one as well, didn't I? So then that played into another story, right? Another story, which was about the board reconvening. Basically, the board have scheduled a load of meetings. And the board has scheduled a load of meetings throughout this transfer window to discuss David Moyes' transfer budget. What? What? I mean, are you serious? Are you serious? They've not had meetings. They're scheduling meetings now. What is wrong with these people? Now, I understand that this may not be true, and I might be getting worked up into a lather for no necessary reason at all. But are you joking? David Moyes needs to know his budget. We need to know his budget. The board shouldn't be having any meetings. The board should be up doing what you have your feet up on the yacht, whatever you're doing. That should all been decided. You should have got to the start of the transfer window with everybody acutely aware of what the budget was. They wouldn't need to constantly reconvene and have new board meetings. It's preposterous. But actually, when you look at it and you think, well, hold on a second, how much money actually is there? And these stories were everywhere yesterday. And then later on, the story comes out that the board are looking to invest. Well, of course. I mean, they can't not invest, can they? Let's be fair. The board cannot not invest. Because what's the point? What's the point in Kretinsky coming in if he's not... What's the point of having someone that's worth billions and billions if what you're going to do is your marquee signing is going to be someone basically a decent defender from France for 30 million euros when actually you need other areas of the team strengthening long before that. I just thought, oh my word, this is terrible. Anyway, before I go any further, where's my Manscaped stuff? Look, it's nearly Father's Day. Are you still there? I'd said it's nearly Father's Day. You don't know what to buy your old man, do you? None of us know what to buy our old men. I tell you what, he needs a pube trimmer. He absolutely does. But if you don't want to broach that most awkward of subjects, just buy him one anyway. It's from Manscaped because we can give you a discount of 20%. When you go onto Manscaped, it's in the description below. Just Google it if you're unsure. In the discount code section, when you get to the checkout, Hammers Chat, or one word, gets you 20% off. I use them as a beard trimmer. I'm going to go and use one in a bit. I'm hanging a bit long at the moment. That's not the right thing to say, is it? And you certainly wouldn't want to trim it off if you were. But they have got colognes, aftershaves, really, really lovely stuffs. There's ointments, there's moisturisers. Ointments probably not the right word. There's everything you need for your male grooming needs. Unfortunately, I don't have a mic stand. The mic's falling down. It's all going wrong. You don't have to worry about that. Manscaped, 20% off. Use the Hammers Chat promo code, all one word, Hammers Chat. If you forget it, just check the information in the little box linky message section below. There you go. Did you like that? Got a nice bag for mine. Nice man bag. Anyway, I'm not happy. I'm really not happy at all. It just seems like almost bad news after another. So I'll give you some more bad news. So a little while ago, do you remember me telling you that I'd heard a rumour that that West Ham might have been offered Basuma, heard a rumour about Basuma, 25 million. And I know, and a few people say, don't be silly. Not 25 million, mate. A lot of people said that. Anyway, I said we've turned down the opportunity to sign Basuma. It was James Ward-Prowse instead. Not sure how he's going to get James Ward-Prowse if he's already spent most of his money at 30 million on Nayef Aguerd. So anyway, looks like Basuma is signing for Tottenham. How much? 25 million. Well, it's just making my blood boil now, right? Now I'm thinking, hold on a second. I'm trying to be patient. I'm trying to be reasonable. I'm trying to think, okay, West Ham will bring somebody in. And somebody as effective and as good as that is going to go and sign for Tottenham for such an affordable fee. I say affordable. Can we even afford it? Have we got 25 million? Now even I'm starting to worry. And of course I'm going to worry because now I'm hearing, the board might have a meeting to discuss what we're going to do this transfer window. What? No. Hurry up. Just get it done. I mean, for goodness sake, no more meetings, no more talk. Sign players, for goodness sake. I keep hitting myself. I'm punishing myself. It's not me that needs to be punished. Probably does actually for that terrible advert I just did for the Manscaped stuff, dropping me man bag and all sorts. Not acceptable. So anyway, it's Basuma thing. To be fair, Basuma does have a court case hanging over him for something that ain't too clever. Let's be fair. And if he gets found guilty, you might be looking very silly if you spent £25 million. So I might allow just that, but there's an overall, like a depressive vibe about everything. And I'm trying not to be. I'm trying to be happy. I'm trying to be jolly. I'm trying to look forward to the season. But my word, we seem to be making heavy going of this. We really do. And I mean like heavy going, like in horse terms. Do you know what I mean? Like horse races. It's like everyone else is just sort of skipping along, cantering along. It's like we're running through treacle. Anyway, that wasn't the... I've got to tell you this one. You couldn't make this up. Honestly, you couldn't make it up. Where is it? Where's my glasses? All right. Honestly. Oh, sorry. So that wasn't the other thing. Another one was that we were linked. Remember we were linked with Rafinha from Leeds, right? We couldn't pay the fee, couldn't entice him away. Oh, by the way, it looks like he's going to Tottenham as well. Anyone else fancy going to Tottenham? Old, what's his name? Old Dubry Watsit. Nunes, he signed for Liverpool. It was all this stuff happening. But this isn't the worst one, right? Here's the worst one. I don't think I have. This is in the sort of Richter scale of depressing stuff. This was right up there. Okay, so I think this was probably third. So I heard the news about Aguerd, right? I thought, oh my word, what, really? This is going to be our top signing this summer. And then I heard the news that the board might be having a meeting to discuss Moyes' transfer. What? He's transfer kitty? But what? Are you joking or what? I think the third one sort of sandwiched just before I got to what? Basuma's going to Tottenham for 25 million. What? Rafinha? He's going to Tottenham as well. The thing that's sort of sandwiched there, I mean, listen to this. West Ham make offer for Adnan Januzaj. I mean, come on. Do you remember him? I remember him. And I remember Moyes. I remember his debut. Actually, he was brilliant. On his debut at Man United, he was brilliant. He was a youngster. Moyes brought him through, used him, looked really skillful. But his career hasn't panned out in many respects. The highlight of his career was at the start when David Moyes used him. He didn't really go on, I don't think, to achieve much anyway. That was when he was young. Now he's old. I'm not going to say old and useless. Maybe I just did. He's out of contract, and it looks like we're about to make a firm offer. Are you joking? He is every bit a journeyman player. Every bit a journeyman. Basically, it said Januzaj, he played 60 times under Moyes, scored 5 goals and 9 assists. But look, I'm being funny. I'm not to demean those stats. No, that's well, it's. To be fair, we wouldn't be happy with that. If we bought a wing, actually, we'd be happy with that from Vlasic, wouldn't we? But this is in Man United. That's a Man United team who just the season before won the league. My point being, they've got a lot of players that could score goals and create goals there anyway. I don't think he'd been. I honestly, I'm sorry. I can barely speak about this. It's such a low expectation. I mean, I'll go on about Ben Rama. Look, Ben Rama, his stats will be far better. Ben Rama's a better player than this guy. I tell you that now. This guy didn't fulfil his potential. All right. My gripe with Ben Rama is that we play fast counter-attacking football and Ben Rama slows the game down. That's my argument with Ben Rama. Ben Rama's very useful if teams are sat back against us and we have a tough team to break down. But when we're playing as we want to play on the counter-attack, Ben Rama slows the game down. I think we need someone more direct and faster. Like Bowen plays the game, but on the other side. But my word, I mean, are you joking? I mean, and are we honestly saying that Vlasic isn't better than Adnan Januzaj? Oh, no. I mean, can you imagine if that was our transfer window? Was the bloke as our Stella signing from? I say Stella signing, makes me want to drink a Stella. Quite frankly, what's his name? Aguerd from Stade Rennais as the money, and would be pick this fella up on a free. Oh, I mean, nothing against him. He might be right, but this is not what we're meant to be doing. And it was me having a go at Jesse Lingard yesterday for not coming to West Ham. So, him saying, you've got no ambition. You sort of look at things like this and think, actually, you know what? He might be right. He might be right, actually. I mean, I bet even Declan Rice. If Declan Rice is looking at this now, he's probably thinking, why did I agree to stay for another year? Why? Why did I do this? Now, there's me rant. I was going to say I feel better. Now I don't, actually. I don't feel better at all. I'm sorry if I made you lot miserable. I do. I will finish on a positive, which is there is every likelihood that this is all a load of old tosh, a load of rubbish. Actually, David Moyes has got an half-reasonable transfer budget, that he is going to bring in a striker, and a winger, and a left-back, and as well as his centre-back, that we're not going to sign Januzaj. I suspect we won't sign Januzaj. But you understand, it was just when it came with the other 4 depressing stories that I'd spoken about. Oh, no, not more. And it's almost like, I mean, I can't pass that off. Signing Adnan Januzaj, I can't pass that off as good news. I can't get excited because the board are meeting to discuss David Moyes' signings. I find it totally depressing. I find it inconceivable. I find it poor business practice that it wouldn't be done before the end of the season. So everyone knew what they were going to do. Then there's this thing that the board have to convene every time more than £1 million is spent. And the board is vast. Basically, everyone's. You're probably on the board, right? I laugh when I was pointing. Then actually, somebody that's on the board is watching this. What you think? Oh, really? Oh, that's like death by council, isn't it? If every time you've got to spend more than £1 million, the board have to convene. Oh, that's going to make things slick and efficient, isn't it? That's going to really help us beat other teams. This should have all been done. It should all be done. I'm not saying don't rubber stamp. Sorry, I said I finished the rant. I've not, have I? I said I was going to finish the something positive. I haven't done that at all. I'm not saying don't rubber stamp how much you're going to spend. I'm just saying don't do it now. It should already be done, right? This should already be done. The agreement should be, okay, David Moyes can spend 30 million on a central defender. He can spend 40 million on a striker. Whatever, I don't care. £15 million on a left back or whatever. It should all be done. Not reconvening and having another meeting, a new meeting every time he wants to spend it. It should all be allocated. It should all be done. It should all be agreed. I'm sick of it. Honestly, I'm sick of reading this crap. I really am. I'm not sick of talking about it, quite frankly, clearly. I've been talking about it for 16 minutes. Probably 15. Spoke about aftershave and shaving your pubes for a little bit, didn't I? Pubes. But anyway, not in the same sentence, please. Oh, honestly, I apologise. I will try and be more upbeat tomorrow. But it is bloody annoying. Bloody annoying.